Imagine a tree standing alone on the vast African savanna. It's a giant, an acacia, and it's under attack. A giraffe, that elegant tower of hunger, is methodically stripping its leaves. This is the classic scene we all know, a silent, one-sided assault. The tree, a passive victim. Or so we thought. What if I told you that tree is screaming? And what if I told you it's not screaming in pain, but into a sort of botanical telephone, calling in air support from a completely different species? Welcome to one of nature's most sophisticated defense contracts. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is the Curiosity Compendium. For decades, scientists saw the savanna as a stage for simple dramas: eat or be eaten. But then, in the 1990s, a team in Africa noticed something bizarre. Acacia trees being browsed by giraffes or kudu would pump their leaves full of toxic tannins within minutes. A neat trick. But the real magic was in the air. The wounded trees began releasing a cloud of ethylene gas, a chemical distress signal. Now, here's where it gets brilliant. This gas wasn't just a sigh. It was a targeted message. Downwind, other acacias would smell this warning, and before the giraffe herd even arrived, they'd start preemptively loading their own leaves with toxins. It was a tree-to-tree early warning system. But the story doesn't end there. Because sometimes, the best defense isn't another tree. It's a different kind of army altogether. Researchers discovered that some acacias, when under insect attack, release a different volatile cocktail. This plume is a specific dinner bell. It attracts a particular bodyguard: ants. Aggressive, stinging ants that live in the tree's hollow thorns. They swarm out, attacking the caterpillars munching on the leaves. The tree provides the ants with shelter and sweet nectar from special glands. The ants provide security. A perfect, ancient deal. But the megafauna, the elephants, the giraffes, they were the unstoppable force, right? Too big for ants to deter. This is where the plot deepens, and my engineer's mind just marvels at the protocol. Recent studies suggest that the megafauna aren't just brute force consumers. They're unwitting participants in a larger, slower conversation. When an elephant pushes over a tree or a giraffe heavily prunes it, that catastrophic damage triggers a massive response. Not just in that tree, but in the landscape. It opens up space for new growth, cycles nutrients, and yes, sends a wave of those chemical signals through the ecosystem. The trees respond, adapt, and change the very quality of the forage over time. The herbivores then move on, their patterns shaped by the chemical legacy of their own feeding. It's a feedback loop measured in years, a slow, grinding negotiation between kingdoms of life. It makes you rethink the very idea of conversation, doesn't it? We think of language as words, sounds. But here, language is chemical. It's a taste of bitterness, a scent on the wind, a colony of ants mobilized by an aromatic SOS. The savanna isn't a quiet place where things just happen. It's a buzzing network of constant, cross-species chatter. A tree can say, "I'm hurt," to its neighbors. It can say, "Help me," to an ant. And in its silent, steadfast way, it might even be saying to the giraffe, "You've had enough. Move along." It humbles me. As someone who builds systems and sends digital messages across the globe in milliseconds, I find a profound depth in this slow, biological internet that's been operating for millions of years. We are only just learning to listen to its protocols. It reminds us that intelligence, communication, and complex relationships aren't confined to the animal brain. They are woven into the very fabric of life, in the wood of a tree and the wind that carries its stories. For the Curiosity Compendium, I am Ibnul J. Farabi. This episode was produced by Light Knot Studios. You can find more of our stories and join this ongoing conversation at https://www.lightknotstudios.com.